Alright, okay, so I've taken that apart now and it looks like that. Whether you can see that properly. See that from all angles. Right, okay. So, what I'm going to do next is find out how big the holes were in here. So that's the hole for the switch, and somewhere else on another bit of this plastic that we've chopped away at. There we go. That's the hole for the LED. Just show you that again. There you go. So that's the hole for the LED. So there's probably a far more technical way of doing this, but I'm just simply gonna use some drill bits and find out, you know, it's a little bit wide, just to try and know which drill bit matches the sort of size of hole that's already there. So I'm literally just going, no, oh, that one's not a bad fit actually. Let's just go the size smaller. That's probably a little bit too small, but I'd sooner drill with the smaller one first, see if we can get it in, because obviously you can make the hole bigger but you can't make it smaller, so that's what I'm going to do with that. So those two drills put aside for that. Do the same thing for the switch. So again, that looks a pretty good match. Now the one over here that I'd put aside, yeah, that's going to be it's going to be that one, isn't it? And that is the right size for that. Okay, so we're now ready for the scary bit. I'm going to use an old school hand drill for this next bit. So one of these, again another Stanley product, to match their knife, just a cheap hand drill, effective, gives you a little bit more control than you'd have with an electric drill, which can tend to just skewer off and damage the knee pad. So here we go, knee pad. So I'm going to drill a hole for the switch first, and once the switch is all in place, we'll then try and do the same for the LED. Let's just see if we can't just angle down a little bit further, and then. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to drill a little pilot hole. Using a tiny little drill bit. So we go there. I'm not going to be filming this because the camera's just completely getting in the way of me of what I'm actually doing. Maybe if we go back to a wider angle and we film it from over here, and you may actually be able to catch what I'm doing. As you can see, I'm not the tidiest person in the whole wide world. What we want to do, I want it nice and central in the pad. Just trying to decide where to, yeah, nice and central is the best bet. So I don't know whether you're catching this. I think it's probably going to be best if I actually clamp this down. I've got a couple of little sort of what do you call it, a G clamp, a C clamp. So I'm going to use that. just to hold it in place like so. Don't know whether you're getting that. Yeah, that's perfectly lined up there, isn't it? All in shot. And then we'll just straight through there like that. So, little pilot hole there. We'll swap over to the big boy. Oh, and there we go, Sim's just fallen off, the wife's game. Honest, I don't play Sims. Whoever thought a computer game about relationships and life? Just live your life, man. If you're not killing Nazis, then I don't really want to know about your game. This is gone through now. Alright. So let's have a look at what that fit is like. So if we just take the switch, I'll just put the rubber cover back on for a second there while I was looking at something. And just see, yeah, that's a pretty good fit. So again, let's come back around here, back to the position we were in before. Go back into macro mode. And you can see there's a hole. A little bit raggedy. What I'll do is I'll just get the bigger size drill and just tidy that up a little bit around there. Like that. Just take the rough edges off. Smash in. Not that you're going to see them anyway. And then a bit of camera wobble as I'm whacking the old Gorilla Pod. It's the tripod I'm using, by the way, if you're a bit confused by what that means. Okay, so that is still quite tight. I'm just going to tack it a little bit with the old Stanley knife inside, just to make it so that the switch can get in there. Okay, this is great viewing for you, isn't it? Obviously I'll be doing a bit of editing on the old video. Hopefully there's some editing software that came with this ZI-8. Let's see how we get on. Right, so just use the Stanley knife just to tidy up the hole a little bit. Hopefully now the switch will pop through. It's still a very tight fit. I'm just using the drill now just manually, just work it through, just take any rough edges off inside. That will fit now, it just needs to be still a little bit small, so I may need to just go for the bigger drill bit. So I've just done that manually there. Pop back out. Alright, that's nice and neat now. hopefully. Yeah, there we go. So eventually what we're going to be looking at is something very roughly like that. So it gives a very much more custom look to the fit of the device when that's attached to the knee pad. That's going to look really nice, and it's going to be kind of look like it's an OEM part, you know, like it's made for the scooter. What we now need to do is just mark up where the hole's going to go for the LED light. Cracking.